everybody, my name is Furgotti, and you probably already read the description. I'm going to talk about something. It's kind of more of a cautionary tale than anything. So, I'm going to be talking about a cautionary tale about what's going on with my life right now. So, currently, I want to say this. My life is right now absolutely crap. It's atrociously horrible. I try to do 110% in my videos as much as possible and try to put on a fake smile and or at least my neutral face because deep down inside my mental health and my just happiness is just constantly being thrown out the window. It's just dying more and more, and it's very painful. And I'll explain why. So currently, my mom got into video gaming, and I was kind of really happy that she was getting into video game because she used to be super hateful for me playing video games. She used to say that it was a waste of my time and it was an addiction and it was the creation of the devil. And when she recently, 8 months ago, wanted to start playing video games, I built her a gaming computer with parts that I had that were not that good, but also not bad. Stuff that she could be able to play at least something on low settings. I didn't know how much that would bite me in the ass. So so she started off with like small minor games like Uno, card games, stuff like that. Made friends, found out her friends were actually just psychopaths and making cults and that kind of stuff. Weird thing. But she finally found a game that she liked, and it was a gotcha game. And she's made a lot of friends. And she's kind of completely escaped reality. She doesn't want to do any helping around the home. She doesn't want to do anything. It's now up to me and me alone to take care of the home. And she constantly talks about how I'm lazy and ungrateful, and I do nothing for the home, even though I'm the one who's taking care of it while she sits all day and plays video games. And currently, there's a massive problem going on with my family, and that is that my mom is heavily addicted to this gotcha game, to the point that she's spent in her total playtime of playing this game around $4,000. What she's spending it on, I have no idea, but she's spending a boatload of money every month, and it's insane. And it's just absolutely disgusting, and it pisses me off, and I don't know what to do about it. Me and my dad have tried many things to try to stop her from doing it. Like, for instance, cutting her access to be able to spend money. And she's definitely addicted. She used to say that I was addicted to video games. When we tried cutting her off from the money, it was like definitely someone with an addiction who just got off their fix, because she was screaming up and down the home and screaming like, you can't do this to me. I'm an adult. This is my life. This is cheaper than a therapist," and blah, 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 and all these excuses. And it was horrible. Me and my dad have tried so many things to try to prevent her from blowing out this much money. And nothing works. And my dad wants to do a divorce, but he doesn't want to give half of everything that he's worked hard for to her. Especially, in my opinion, I understand why, because she doesn't deserve any of it. She's done nothing for the home, even on day one. She hasn't done nothing for the family on day one. And it's just unfortunate. It's absolutely unfortunate that this is the situation that me and my dad are currently in right now. And I don't know. I don't know what to do, because we tried everything. We tried literally everything. She's completely escaped reality. She hates the life that she's lived, and now she wants to make a new life in a video game. And she's always making excuses that it's cheaper than a therapist. I'm helping people. I'm this. I'm that. It's just insane. And I should a little bit kind of tell a little bit of history of my family. So my mother was born into a crap city in the middle of nowhere in Washington State. And she never knew her father. Her father was this horrible scumbag. He was the James Bond type. He would um, sleep with women and then just move on. So my mother never knew her father. She met her father once when she was a little baby, and that was it. He never ever looked back. And and I'm happy that man's dead. That man has been dead for 2 years now. I'm happy because of what he did to her. I think that it did horrible damage to her that turned her into the person that she is today. So pretty much all of her life she has been with her mother, my grandmother, and my grandmother is a heavily religious fanatic who would take care of animals and all animal rights and all that stuff. So those two together made a nasty cocktail and turned my mother into the person that she is today. So pretty much my mom was working two jobs trying to take care of her mother, and her mother, my grandmother, was constantly spending the money on animals and stuff like that. So the apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. Instead of it being video games, it was animals. Eventually, my dad came to America in the pursuit of, the American dream, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, a bright future. And he went onto a dating website and met my mother. And my mother lied about who she was. She said that she was college educated, but she dropped out of high school and got a GED. So she lied her ass off for most of her life. And when my dad met her, he felt bad for her and he fell in love with her because she thought that she was this sweet, innocent woman who was down out of her luck and was just unlucky with the hand that she was given in life. It was only until they married and I was born when he realized that he was suckered into a marriage and that my mother started to show her true colors. And her true colors weren't that good. She has a huge problem when it comes to spending. Because she had nothing in life when she was a kid, when she became an adult with a husband who was a breadwinner who tried to make as much money for the family as possible to be financially stable, she would blow it all on a lot of stuff like orchids, jewelry, crazy stuff. I think in total she's blown 20 to 30 grand through in the entire life of the home. And it's ridiculously insane. And her excuses were that she was a housewife when really she wasn't a housewife. She did nothing for the home. She barely did the minimum effort of taking care of the home. And she also talked about how she was taking care of me, and that was kind of a lie too. Like she forced me into homeschool. I was never put into a public school. I was homeschooled, and homeschooling was not good for me. It was very, very not good for me. But because like when you have a mother whose teaching style is sleeping on a couch and throwing books at you and telling you to learn it yourself, it's not going to be good. And that was the way my mother taught me when it came to my education. So that's pretty much what happened. So my mom would go from a grift to another grift to another grift, where one second she's buying orchids. The orchids died. I'll buy jewelry. The jewelry is collecting dust. I'll go back to orchids. I'm going to buy fish now. I'm going to buy chickens and become a chicken farmer. Like, she would just do crazy, crazy stuff, and my dad couldn't do anything because she's constantly threatened to divorce and take half of everything he owns, and that's a lot. And especially I live in a state, Texas, where they're very protective of women. Like, they will give as much money and try to help women as much as possible, whether they deserve it or not. And my mother definitely doesn't deserve it. So that was the situation. And one time my dad even talked about putting the bank account and all of the assets in my name. And my mom was furious too. She talked about how she was going to sue me and my dad if he dared to do that. That's how sweet of a mother she is. My dad's trying to prep up for my future. My mom's just constantly no, no, no. And it's just so painful. It's just so painful that this is going on, and there's nothing we can do about it. And literally, there's absolutely nothing. We've tried everything. there's absolutely nothing. As a adult, she has the right to her body and her right to her ideas and the right to her the money, because half of everything does technically go to her, even though it's it's doing so much damage to the family and to me and to my dad. Like my dad can't buy like good groceries because he has to try to like my dad. I feel so bad for my dad. Like he works 24/7. He works, he doesn't take any vacations, he doesn't take any of the summers off. He does his job 24/7 to try to uh deal with the her expenses, which there are a lot of. And she used to buy a lot. And when she started playing games, my dad was happy. He was relieved because she her costs exponentially decreased, and he was super happy. But then when she got into this terrible gotcha game, it just skyrocketed. It was so bad. Like she was spending $1,000 already, but it was on stuff like Amazon and stupid purchases. But then when she got into this new game, it's actually been worse. Just today, the 4th of July, she spent $100, $100 on that game. Currently, during the time of this month, she spent a total of $900, and it really pains me. It really pains me because my dad also recently, out of kindness of his heart, because he knows that I'm working hard, bought me a brand new 12th gen i5 CPU, because my CPU is 12 years old. It's a 4th gen, and compared to the CPU that I'm getting, it's a massive improvement, and it's like really sad that and I don't want it anymore. I want him to return it to try to decrease the cost of my mom, and it really pains me that he works so hard and he's pretty much at this point working for free because he's getting no money out of it. All of it's going to her expenses. So my life's been pretty bad. I've been trying to deal with all this stuff. And for me, I'm going to college, or I'm going to be very soon, because like let's be honest, I've been kind of struggling with going to college because of my mother. So it's kind of on again, off again. So the expenses of that is going to really hurt my dad. And at the moment, I'm also dealing with my YouTube channel, and I have to take care of the entire home. I have to try to repair all of her damages. She's done so much damage to this home, and now that I'm the caretaker, it's a massive load that's up to my neck. And just today, her chickens, just the other day, her chickens flooded the room that they sleep in, and it was a horrible mess. It was so bad. It was such a bad mess. I don't even know why. I don't want chickens, but she forced chickens on us, saying that it was cheaper to have chickens lay eggs than it was to buy the eggs at the store. And it's not the case, because even the food's more expensive, chicken food. I don't know. I don't know. It's very painful. So I don't know what to say. And it's time also maybe to rip the band-aid off and just tell the truth. A lot of the reason why I do YouTube is to entertain people, and I do let's play videos as a hobby to kind of capture moments of like great enjoyment that I had in great games with amazing story. But there's one major reason why I did a YouTube Let's Play channel, and let's be honest, it's because of the money. It's all because of the money. I want to try to make as much money out of this, and I've made a dime. I haven't made a dime. I've made nothing. And the reason why at this point I want to make money off of YouTube is to escape this home, to escape my mother, to live it, and also I really want to make like the reason why I'm so jealous of bigger content creators is because I hate them. I hate them. They have such perfect lives. They probably had great high schools, a wonderful loving family that was not that perfect, but was still good, and an amazing family. And then look at me. And then look at what they became. They became successful. They became amazing people with making millions of goddamn dollars. And then look at me. Where's my millions? Where I've been struggling so hard. I've been dealing with so much pain and turmoil in my life. Where's everything that I should be deserved? I've worked my ass off. I've tried my hardest to be somebody. I've did one video per day. I take care of my home. I go to the university to learn about vectors and scalars and all that stuff, like G times M1 times M2 divided by R square times R. Like I'm I'm just trying my hardest, and I'm just always working, and I never take a break. And where's my success? Why am I not deserved success? These people who had such great perfect lives, and now they get to lie and steal and cheat and be scumbags on their YouTube channels. They get success, but I don't. Where's the fairness in that? And the reason why I really want money, like I said, is to one. I want to pay for my dad's I want to pay for my college. I don't want my dad to like bleed himself out the ass to pay for my college, because it's gonna be super expensive, and I just feel bad for him. It's just I don't know what to say. And then I also want to use a lot of the money, if I were to become successful, which that'll never happen. I want to try to pay the $30,000 of money that he lost on my mother, because my dad deserves something. He's never been given any presents as a father. He's never been given anything in life, and I want to just give him a lot of money as like a thank you for being there as a father, and um and just give him like $30,000 for all the stuff that my mom's done to him throughout the years, and even give him a lot of money on my side from all my expenses, because he's done a lot as a father. And um and I just feel powerless. I just feel like I can't do anything. And I wanted to get a job, and my dad has told me not to. He just doesn't want me to get a job, and I understand why. I understand why. It's a whole different thing of itself. But even if I got a job, it wouldn't even help. It wouldn't help with my mom's expenses either way. So it's like it is what it is. So it's just not fair. Life is just so not life is just so unfair. I'm working so hard to be somebody, and every time I try being somebody, I just keep getting told that I'm nothing and I'm a nobody. Either it's from my mother, or from YouTube, or from the people who watch my video and then click on it for 2 seconds and then leave. I'm always told that I'm a nobody and I'll never be anything. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna continue living, and I'm gonna continue trying my hardest to be somebody, because that's the only thing I can do. So, but it really pains me. I just feel so bad for my dad. I mean, I once saw him break down and cry, and I had to hug him, because he just can't take it anymore. It's just he hasn't had a break in years. He hasn't had the ability to just say, I can take the summer off because I have enough money. He can't even buy like not a good food, because my mother, all she does is spend, 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 and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. I mean, she's just a horrible person. I mean, I love my mother, but at the same time, I can't really say anything nice about her. There, I can't say anything at all nice about her. The only thing I can say nice about her is she was there when I had panic attacks that could have um, caused myself to have heart failure, and kind of calmed me down. And the only other nice thing I could say is she gave birth to me, but that's it. Like, the negatives heavily outweigh the positives. Even she's forsaken her own religion. She's usually always holier than thou, and recently, just looking at her, she's the example of the seven deadly sins. I ask myself, if she were to die tomorrow, where's she going in the afterlife? And I know that a lot of people, I'm neutral when it comes to religion. Believe whatever the hell you want to believe. I have my beliefs. You have yours. Let's make it a okay place by keeping it neutral. But like I said, I really don't think is like, at this point. She used to always preach about how she was going into a giant mansion in the pearly sky, in the clouds, and be accepted into the pearly gates. But nowadays, when I see her and I see how she's living, and I see what her personality is like, it's literally like a 50-50 coin toss as to whether or not she's going to a horrible place or a good place, because she's completely forsaken everything, her family, everything. So yeah, I just wanted. I'm sorry, everyone, that there's no Ghost of Tsushima video today. I'm just burnt out. I'm doing so much. I'm right now doing so much, and it just pains me. It just absolutely pains me. I'm trying to repair the fence. We can't afford a new fence. The fence is 20 years old. We can't repair the new fence. I have to try to repair it myself. I have to take care of her chickens. I have to clean the backyard. I have to clean the dishes. I have to clean the living room. I have to deal with the mouse problem. It's insane. And of course we have a mouse problem. If you see how she lives, it's terrible. Today I was like wondering, where's all the cups? Where's all the glass cups? And then I go to her room and I see that she's just mentally ill. Like the cups are full of mold. It's just disgusting. I uh, I mean, I was gone for a week because I was busy with college, because I was literally like going to the university, and I wasn't showing up to. I wasn't. I all I could do was go home and crash on my bed. But after like my thing got done, when I started looking around, I was realizing, holy crap, this home's falling apart even worse. How could this be if me and my dad aren't in the home most of the day and most of the night? And the best question I can say is it's because of my mom. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. This is a prime cautionary tale. If everyone's continued to listen to this, I don't know how many people are going to listen to this, because YouTube's probably going to censor this and prevent a lot of people from looking at it. But this is a good cautionary tale for people to know. If you're dating someone, if you're a man or a woman and you're dating someone or about to marry someone, always try to look at the person's family, see what their family's like, see what the personality's like, and make sure that if they love you and they care for you, make sure that they care about you when make sure that they care about you, um not when it's easy or beneficial towards them. Make sure that they care about you because they love you, not because it's beneficial to them in some way, like they get a monetary gain out of it, like my mother. So I'll always be careful of who you marry and who you date. But yeah, I'm sorry, I had to tell the truth finally, and this is the amount of truth that I can tell. I don't want to tell any more truth, because I don't want people trying to like track her down or track me down or track anything. Just don't interfere in my family's affairs. Don't do anything. Just don't try to find her. Let her live in her sad, pathetic life. But that's the truth. That, or as much as truth that I can say. I mean, eventually, when certain family members pass away, I'll tell the whole complete truth, and it's gonna be brutally dark. But for now, I'm just gonna say all this stuff. But yeah, I don't know what to do. It's painful, but I'm gonna continue living and taking care of the home. And after I'm done recording this, I'm going to go back to cleaning the home, because that's all I can do. So yeah, once again, I'm sorry everyone. I was gonna make a Ghost of Tsushima video today, but I just don't. I'm not in the right mindset right now, because it's just bad. And the worst, and and I don't know what else to say. All right, that's it. I would do the whole like see y'all in the next video, but I really don't want there to be a next video of this or me talking about my terrible life. All right, bye guys. See you around.